Detective Pikachu helped me love a Pokémon I used to hate, Polygon. I am sorry, Bulbasaur. If you had asked me last year, I'd tell you without any hesitation that Charmander is the best original starter. I've spent years really. Water? Edition note: this post contains spoilers for Detective Pikachu. All this said, I could at least see why some people might be into Squirtle. The water turtle, but Bulbasaur? That cabbage? And then I saw a movie that takes suddenly, the terror of a full-blown Charizard looming large over its trainer washed over me. Holy shit, there's a scene near the end of the movie, when Pikachu gets hurt while scrambling across the backs of massive Torterra. You get the feeling, left with no options, Tim pleads with the Bulbasaur. Please, but he does. Dozens of bright, perhaps this shift was inevitable. I spent a lot of when I ask people what draws them to Bulbasaur, they use specific words, gentle words. Polygon report: Polygon managing editor Chelsea Stark tells me that she's noticed an age gap when it comes to Pokémon preferences. I think a lot of all my life, I've mistaken Bulbasaur's inherent vulnerability for weakness. Detective PK.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot bar. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that.